Good morning, students. Today we are going to read the constraints. Good morning, students. Today we are going to read a very important topic in the topic of marketing in the subject of business studies O levels. And the topic is constraints on marketing. So all the businesses which are working in the market are not allowed to do whatever they want. There are some constraints on them. Constraints may be of the type, some are ethical considerations, some are the law, and some are the practice, codes of the practice. So we are going to read different types of the constraints. First the constraints which lie in the type of the ethical consideration. So concentrate yourself, we are going to start now. Should a manufacturer of rifles be making arms which will kill people? Should asbestos companies around the world stop making asbestos because it has been shown to be such a dangerous material? When advertising a product, should they use images which are known to offend some groups in the society? Should they use images of beautiful women to sell products which are bought mainly by men? Should they use violent images in an advertisement when there is so much crime in the society? Does a drugs company which has evidence that one of its drugs has side effects stop selling drugs? Should a washing powder manufacturer claim in an advert that its washing powder washes whiter than other powders on the market when there is no scientific proof that it does? What should a tobacco company tell its customers? So these are the questions. So either any manufacturer in the market is allowed to do whatever they want? No. There are some constraints which they have to follow. Another type is the law. So look now. Governments have passed consumer protection laws. If a business breaks the following laws, it can be prosecuted and fined under criminal law. The Trade Descriptions Act 1968, this states that it is illegal for products to be incorrectly described. And other is the Weights and Measures Act. These acts make it illegal for a business to sell goods which are underweight or short measured. And other is the Food and Drugs Act 1955. This makes it illegal to sell food which is unfit for human consumption. It also lays down minimum standards for what must be contained in a food. So governments have passed some kind of the laws to protect the consumers, which the manufacturers has to follow. So it means there are constraints. So there are constraints on the businesses which they have to follow. Some things more are there, codes of the practice. The government has encouraged businesses to adopt codes of the practice as an alternative to passing laws. One important agency which enforces codes of the practice is the Advertising Standards Authority, in short ASA. The British Codes of the Advertising and Sales Promotion Practice state that advertising must be legal, decent, honest, and truthful, and must not cause grave or widespread offense. So this is a rule which the manufacturers in their advertising has to follow. The ASA monitors all advertising except on television or radio. It is concerned with such things as the portrayal of women and children and alcohol advertisements. Large companies will often ask the ASA to check that their advertising campaign complies with the B cap. So it means there is some barrier which they have to face. They are not allowed on their own to do whatever they want. So there are some laws. They have to ask someone, either we are doing good or there is someone who is checking them, who is monitoring them. Consumers and businesses have a right to complain to the ASA about any advertisement. The ASA cannot force businesses to withdraw advertisements. The ASA does have the legal sanction of referring a business to the Office of the Fair Trading, which may take out an injunction to prevent certain claims in future advertisements. So it means there are some constraints on the manufacturers, on the marketing. So this was the topic for today, students. One of the unique, one of the rare topic on which material is hard to find in your textbooks, but this is in your syllabus. So this question may come in the paper as a surprise question. So read this question carefully, learn it, and make your notes. Thank you so much.